So today I'm going to talk about AI stock. So the title is like, not all AI stocks are created equal. So it's a little bit long, but bear with me. We're gonna go into pieces a little bit. So during like this kind of conventional wisdom, everybody say AI stocks move together because it's labeled AI, but using data, it's not. Correlations sensitive to the market, they're so different. So we try to put together 8 different AI stocks, and interesting stats we saw initially, the average correlation between those pairs, they go down, they went down, way down, like negative 23%. Before AI, that is talking between 2020 and 2024. And when you take 2024 up to 2026, the correlation went down. But the sensitivity to the market, which is better, rose up to 75%. And you ask why correlations went down and their sensitivity to the market rose. So we're gonna go into deep this, and we're gonna say, hey, how can we manage these kind of stats? How can the traders benefit from these movements, less correlations and high sensitivity to the market?
Okay.
So the next slide. So when you want to hedge some kind of like these stocks, they're so different. You're gonna split into different kind of categories. Those stocks which move like market, we use like stats because those AI stocks, they have high volatile. They're so volatile. So normally correlation threshold is 50%. But for these kind of stocks, we use 65%. So the correlation less than 65%, they're not correlated to the market. They don't follow the markets. Above 65%, they follow the markets. So when you see the first takeaway from this, most of the AI stocks which move with like market, they're less sensitive to the market, which means higher correlations to the market, less sensitive to the market, less better. And when you see to the other side, so you will see those kind of Nvidia, AMD, Meta, Palantir. They don't have like high correlation to the market, but their sensitivity to the market is a lot. Which means when you want to hedge these kind of stocks for those which moves like market, you can use SPY puts. It can do a little bit better for you to hedge those kind of stocks. But when it's not correlated to the market, puts, SPY puts can't bail you out. Can't be used to hedge your positions.
Well, I got a question or two here. First of all, I love the way that you guys been nerding out more recently. This is fantastic. Research team is stepping up their goddamn game. This is dope. The other thing,
Okay.
this is that now. It's been a long time since I've been in school, Gab. So you just bear with
It's
me.
okay.
Is that psi? Is that what that is? The P, little small P. Is that psi? Is that the
Row.
row? That's
Yeah.
row. So the row to the market. What is
beta?
row?
Row is
There's
correlation.
beta, but what is the row of the market?
Correlation.
Oh, it's correlation.
That's
Row is
correlation. Yeah,
That's right.
and
Row is
that's the
correlation.
beta.
Okay, I was thinking R like correlation, but that's row.
That's row.
Are they similar? The R, like correlation of R.
Yeah.
And row. Same
Sometimes in statistical measures we use
Yeah.
row, and there's some formula behind those kind of correlations. how we
Gotcha.
use
So we're talking
correlations.
about row, and then now that we got that out the way, interesting that Nvidia's row. You like that, Liz? It's interesting that Nvidia's row has moved further away from the market than like the Microsofts and the Amazons, the Googles of the world. Of all of those, Meta obviously has moved away. It's been very bad. The Palantir, same deal with the way it's gone. SMCI for sure more recently. Over what time period are you looking at this row?
So these we look from 2020 up to 26.
Gotcha. Okay.
So after COVID, up to now, how the situation is being. So let's go to the next slide. Next slide, please. So okay. So this is kind of presentations. What the question you asked me, how long did you take the study from? If you take a look, it's from 2020 up to 26, and this is statistical presentations of the graph of like line, how they move each other. So when you roll 90 days correlation to the market, we will see Microsoft, Google, Amazon, they stay above 70% correlated to the market. While Nvidia, Palantir, they just goes by the fraud. They move by their own metrics. They move by their own basis, own AI narratives, or their own story. Which means when you want to enter into the AI stocks market, you have to analyze each stock, regardless how the market is moving, regardless which market signal is giving to you. You have to pay attention to the entire AI stock and analyze it, understand the story behind its AI narratives, and then take positions and hedge accordingly. So the next slide, the fourth slide. So the next slide is like pair. What I was saying on the first slides. This is the pair, how the correlations match, like the correlation between the AI stocks. Before 2022, before AI era, it was 52%. But from 2024 up to 26, they went down up to 42%, which is like 23% went down. This is like an indication for traders, which means these AI stocks, they don't move together anymore. So if you trade them, don't try to pretend Google, Meta, Amazon, Palantir will move in the same directions, or we have the same strategy when you're trading each of those kind of AI stocks.
All right, this is a chart. This is something I can understand now. Finally, I'm on slide 4, and I like the visual. I get it now.
So, and you see like the pre-AI era, you see like some greenish or bluish era. I mean, color. While on the other side, after the AI era, you will see like reddish color, which means the correlation between those pairs went way down in this kind of era we are living in. So let's go to the next slide, which will measure the correlation between the market and these AI stocks. This is a challenge for you, Juma and Liz. So X-axis is the pre-AI era, which is 2020 up to 2022. Okay. Y-axis is the correlation between, from 2024 up to 2026. And they are correlations matrix from 30% up to 100%. So when you're reading this graph, let's take Microsoft. You will see Microsoft right there. Yep. Between 2022 up to 2020, between 2020 up to 22, you will see it was about like 90 something percent, right? While after like this AI era, it's around 80%, which means it stayed high. And when you go to Nvidia, it fell down up 21 points. And the interesting part is Palantir also stay flat way down because it doesn't correlate with the market. It moves on its AI narratives. People will move back to the slides after to understand and grasp some informations, but this is kind of like the graph which can present how the AI stocks moves or correlate with the market. When you go to the next slide, so better to the market, it's like how these AI stocks are sensitive to the market. This gray color is pre-AI era. In this red color is after, like this AI era we are in right now. You will see how after, in this AI era, it's where most of the stocks are more sensitive to the market. Because right now, everyone is talking about AI. Before, nobody talks about AI. Even you mention AI, nobody will understand the AI because AI was like not something really great. And we see there is a lot of like, for example, these semiconductors, it rose up to 74%. Microsoft go down like 1%, but nothing really surprised you here because right now it's AI era. So yeah, go to the next, to the 7th slide. So this is like the performance since January 2024. How, when you know, so in a statistic, when you want to measure the performance or analyze how the stocks move, how the returns, we just take a base. So we normalize from like those kind of stocks up to 100. So how do they move from 100 up to now? If we take like 100, they started on 100 in 2024, up to 26, how do they move? These return dispersions is the reason the correlation fell. These are not the same trade anymore. if you're trading AI stocks, if you want to put AI stock to your portfolio, remember this. It's not the same trade. They're totally different. Treat each AI stock individually. So next,
Is that 2024 January?
yeah, 24 January.
You like writing dates like Europeans.
Yeah, that's the system. You
You write
caught
year
me.
and then month and then day.
Yeah, you catch me that. So that's so this is still the system I study in. So so then when you go to the portfolio, this is a good thing for traders as we are talking right now. So when you add these AI stocks to your portfolio, before AI era from 2020 up to 22, they are volatile. Their volatility was not great. Like when you add them to your portfolio, you won't get a lot of volatile. But right now, when you add them to your portfolio, even if the correlation is low, but because they're so stiff to the market, and right now in a bull market, they are volatile, their volatility, it's a great. So when you add them to your portfolio, your volatility of your portfolio overall will increase significantly, even though their correlations is low. Don't mix those kind of terms. So trade, again, the volume premium per dollar of allocation is the real cost. So size them accordingly. If you're adding them to your portfolio, try to size them accordingly. So let's go to the takeaways, which is my favorite slides.
I think
So-
it's my favorite slide too.
Because it's easy to understand. So when you want to hedge these AI stocks, first group them accordingly to their correlations, as I showed you, to their beta, how do they react to the market? How are they sensitive to the market? And then size accordingly. The next one, understand beta adjusted, like beta weighted risk before making any positions, which is like by understanding that, your size positions by beta weighted risk, not only the dollars. People tend to adjust their position according to the amount they invested in, according to whatever. But when you understand the risk and you adjust your position according to the risk you are going against, it's better positions. And then correlation spike during the crashes. Don't believe the crashes. When it's in the crashes, like sell-offs, all AI stocks tend to move together above 90%. And then the last one, classify the stock, size them for better, hedge the right risk, better weight the risk. And remember, diversifications can disappear when the market gets stressed or when it's in the sell-offs. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Liz, you got anything to add to that?
I mean, I like it, Gad. I think you broke my brain halfway through, but I got it back at the takeaways.
It's fantastic stuff, God. Really,
Yeah.
really fantastic. Good stuff. Not all AI stocks are created equal. E-mini and the S&Ps essentially flat, 76.26. The NASDAQ down 30,000, just under 30,800. 3,000 flat on the Russell 2000, which is positive, up 11 points. And then the Dow. Again, we got a little bifurcation here. It almost suggests that something's going on with interest rates. We got a Fed meeting tomorrow. It's partly why. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break, and we'll be back in a little bit. You're watching Tasty Live.